Welcome back to the Creator Spotlight here on the Spotlight. Down below, myself and Steven Jensen, a face you've seen on Fightful Overbooked, a face you've seen on our NBA Draft podcast last week, our draft watch along, a face you've seen on the Tru Heel Network. Romeo, how you doing, buddy?
What is up, Jeremy, Steven? Thank you for having me here on the Spotlight. Really appreciate it. Doing good. As we are just a couple of days away. Speaking of NBA, Knicks free agency, it is coming.
Do you want to start with that? I mean, we were joking about it off air, and usually we'll get into your journey through the wrestling media and the wrestling content creation landscape. But let's start there. They're going to pay Jalen Brunson $100 million. You can't actually feel good about this.
I am the optimist. I mean, if you look at some of these salaries, the guys that are making $20 million a year, $25 million a year, Jalen Brunson is better than some of that talent. Like Mike Conley's making that kind of money. Yeah, he's better than that.
True. He is, but man, Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, that's a solid seventh seed right there. That's a nice
I want to
waste
trade
of 3 days for Milwaukee.
I want to trade for DeJounte Murray. I hear they're looking for 3 first-rounders, which the Knicks just happen to have.
That would be the deal, because it looks like the Hawks might get him. By the time this airs, the Hawks might have him, but that would be the deal to get Murray over Jalen Brunson. Murray's nice.
We're in a Hawks hat right now, actually.
I can't
add to the NBA conversation, but I have a friend. I have 2 really good friends. One that works with the Hawks, the other works with the Pelicans. So I just get like random merch every now and then. You got this nice little Atlanta Hawks hat on. So that's pretty much all I can contribute to the NBA talk, unfortunately. But
let's get into it. Romeo, tell everybody kind of what you do in wrestling content creation right now for those that don't know.
All right, I'm over on the Tru Heel YouTube channel. I am sort of the Swiss Army knife there. I can do everything. I do editing, I do hosting, I do graphics, I do memes. I'm really, really good at that. That's one of my special talents. Yeah, and kind of a creative force over there and everything we do over there.
How'd you get started with the Tru Heel guys and that jerk SP3?
My brother.
Well, SP3, our friendship came from just seeing each other in Facebook wrestling groups, and that eventually led to seeing each other in person, viewing parties, watching wrestling, going to shows, and our friendship just grew from there. And we became tight, became a clique, if you will. And around the pandemic, when that started, they were looking to expand their channel, do more things, do more reviews, have more people, have more personalities. And I always thought I was a reporter of sorts, always reporting news, wrestling news. And he wanted to take that and make it a gimmick into a show on the channel. And that's how it happened. And then I just, from there, I just started taking on more and more things to do on the channel. And here we are today.
I remember SP3 telling us, didn't y'all at first you were like rivals, right? Like one of y'all was into Roman Reigns and the other wasn't, or something.
Yeah, I was not a Roman Reigns fan. Along with a lot of other people. I was not and he had this ridiculous song that he would sing to the beat of Roman's theme that just very groan-inducing to me. But it was.
Can you sing it? Can you sing the song? Will you sing the song for us?
I could sing it now. Because Roman is grown. Roman, the big dog. Roman. He's so strong. I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but you got the gist of it there.
Nice. Hey, okay, so you also mentioned you also mentioned wanting to be kind of like a news guy for wrestling, like reporting the news on wrestling. I find it fascinating that you know Keemstar from like playing video games back in the day. Can you talk a little bit about that? I just think that's such a random connection to have, but like I saw him doing a watch along with y'all, or maybe it was a reviewer. So he popped in for something y'all did not too long ago
for the Wrestlemania, yeah.
That's right,
watch
WrestleMania.
that,
Logan Paul.
match.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So, and I hit you up, and I was like, "That's so random, you know, Keemstar," and I just thought that was fascinating that you know each other.
It is random. Well, we go back a long, long ways. Playing video games in the heyday of Halo 3. There was a group out there, a group of YouTubers, a group of gamers called the Federation.
I remember
of
this.
Asshole gamers.
Yep, I remember this. And you know what that spelled? Yeah, that was the whole thing. Yep,
it was a different time.
Yep. It was a very different time. Yeah, yeah.
And myself and Keemstar were 2 of the 4.
It's incredible. That's such a small world. That's the most small world thing I think I've ever heard on the show.
The
That's
glory days of Halo 3. Yeah. So much fun. That went into Call of Duty, everything. It's just, we'd make YouTube videos, you know, we'd have fun. It's you know, it's almost kind of similar to what I'm doing now. It's just like, you know, find a group you fit into, you have fun, and you're not taking things seriously, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you guys can fly.
Yeah, it is random. And then I went away.
No, not anymore. No, you definitely can't do that anymore.
No. different days. That was like
because you're talking like pre 2010 probably.
Absolutely.
Like
what is that?
This was a long time ago. Yeah.
Something like that. Video gaming, man. That's where it all started. Halo 3. Good times.
And so have you always been interested in like broadcasting yourself? Like, because like even back then, like we're always interested in broadcasting yourself. Like, does that come from the gaming world? Like seeing people like doing like the Let's Plays and the uploading like gameplay footage back then?
Yeah, but you know, I never put myself like video on camera. Like, I never did that. I was the robot voice of the group. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that or know who were all the members of that, but I just used like a fake robot voice to troll other gamers. Pretty much, yeah. Whereas now you see who I am. Bam, there's nothing to hide anymore. So, but yeah, that's kind of how I started. That's how I started like doing a lot of editing, putting things together. That's where I got my start, just kind of teaching myself, learning on the fly. And yeah.
So what made you decide to want to get on camera? Because I was very hesitant about doing like on camera stuff as well. I did a bunch of podcasts, but it was just audio form. I never wanted to do video until I kind of started up with Fightful, and now I'm on video like daily. So what kind of started you like, okay, I'll actually show my face and be me on camera?
It's been years since then, and you know, I was never shy. I just didn't do the video like on screen to the video games yet. That sort of like became more and more thing after the fact, after I had already left, because I stopped doing that. I went to the Air Force. I went to go get, you know, real life situated. So I had to take a step back from all the gaming. I would have eventually, shown myself on screen, but I didn't have a problem with that. Like I've always had a dynamic personality, to say the least. I am not shy in being in front of a camera.
When you spend a lot of time in front of cameras, like I feel like you do watch-alongs for everything. Like you're always doing a watch-along, and that's like MMA also. Like you're doing like UFC watch-alongs, you're doing all the pro wrestling watch-alongs. There's some days where I feel like you might start at like 6 p.m. or something, and then like I'll see that you've done a whole watch-along for a show, and then it'll go into like a New Japan watch-along like overnight. And did you have like an amount?
There was
shows?
one
like,
day,
yeah,
during the Wrestlemania weekend where I started at 1 p.m. Eastern, and that went nonstop through the New Japan. It was a late GCW show.
I was on Bloodsport
all the way
that,
to
right?
5 a.m.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, it was
the
like
spring break show
hours.
went until like 5 a.m.
Oh my god,
clusterfuck show!
That clusterfuck
So
would never end.
Yeah, that thing just. I remember staying up late for that because I had to write about Denise hitting Sean in the penis, and it was like 4 a.m. and I'm just like, can we hurry along and do this spot so I can go to sleep? Finally, WrestleMania week. If you're doing what, and I know you guys did a ton of watch-alongs during that. Like if you're watching every single one of those shows and like staying awake for it, that is a testament to just everything, because it is not easy to just go through and watch all of these shows and be like on, because you have to be on during these watch-alongs as well. You can't just like sit there and just like, oh, okay, you've got to like fill air and fill content because people are counting on you to like enjoy the experience with you, not just, hey, let me watch this guy watch the show.
Definitely. And, you know, I've grown to prefer this way of watching everything. Like, I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun watching with others. We've built a nice community in the YouTube chat. Everyone's nice. They get along. We crack jokes. We have fun. We laugh. And it's really, really, really helpful during some of these, you know, WWE shows where I found if I try to go back and like watch it after a fact, like let's just say like a random Raw, it's like I can't listen to that commentary, just like that corporate speak for 3 hours nonstop talking. It's just it bothers me. I don't know how I can ever go back. I have way more fun going through those 3 hours now with the watch alongs and watching with everyone else. It's like it's almost become like the new way to like watch things. Like the Mannings have made that popular with the Manning cast to the football games where they have, you know, alternate commentary where everything is not so serious. And it's sort of like you're just watching with your buddies. You're watching with your friends. You know, you're having a few cold ones and it's not all serious and corporate. And that's the way I prefer to watch and enjoy these things. You know, not taking it so seriously.
Who is your favorite wrestler ever? I'm just curious.
Charlotte Flair.
Is that a serious answer? Because I love that answer. If that's legitimate, I'm a big Charlotte Flair fan. Yeah. Okay.
I'd say second will be Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
But Charlotte Flair. Yeah.
That's a hey.
Why is it
I love her
Charlotte?
story. I love her story. Like the whole thing with her brother. You know, he didn't get to fulfill his dream. She took his dream and made it hers, and she's fulfilled it. And she's done even more than that. Like she's becoming one of the greatest of all time. So, and a lot of it also has to do with all the hatred she got. Like she gets online. Like that draws me even more to. I love, you know, cheering for the person that most other people don't cheer for, except when it came to Roman Reigns for some reason, and John Cena.
Oh, okay. You can't like Charlotte Flair and then dislike John Cena and Roman Reigns. The Charlotte Flair thing is so contrarian.
I think the Charlotte Flair hatred is a little, it's a little meaner than it was for those.
Oh, it 100% is. Yeah,
it attacks her, you know, her looks and everything like that too. It's like, yeah,
I completely agree. And people know I will hashtag bow down. Like I have no issues with Charlotte Flair. I wish they would book her better. 100%. I like that your answer is it's not completely, I just want to be a contrarian. There is like, I like her story, how she took her brother's dream and everything. Yeah. There's actual, you know, reason behind your answer other than like me. I just want to be a contrarian and just go against.
And it helps that she wins a lot.
It does help that she wins. Yeah. It's always good to just, you know,
when
you're
she wins a championship,
losing,
I swear.
So.
When she wins a championship, it feels like my birthday. Oh my god, it's like Christmas morning when she wins a title and adds to her account. There's a lot of tears online that I just collect, and it's very enjoyable. It's a very enjoyable feeling. Everybody needs to feel like SB3. He's a big Thunder Rosa fan. He went crazy when Thunder Rosa won that AEW Women's Championship, and I was like, now you know how I feel. 13 plus times.
Every month, seemingly.
Hopefully, very soon again. Hopefully.
I mean, I expect her back soon, and I expect her right back, at least by SummerSlam, to be right back in the mix for that women's title. How'd you get into wrestling, Romeo?
Mostly almost like everyone else. I think the first thing I remember is WrestleMania. What was that WrestleMania in Las Vegas? 9?
Yes. Yeah.
Caesar's Palace?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my first memories. I think it was my birthday, too. And we were just all gathered around. WrestleMania usually falls around my birthday. So, yeah. That was my first early memory. And then I sort of just sporadically got into the Monday Night War. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels were my favorites. And yeah, I watched a lot of WWE. I did not watch much WCW at all. So when we go back and watch True Rewind, we got that show on Fightful Overbooked, where we watch the Monday Night War. It's really me experiencing WCW all for the first time. So
Very cool. I love WCW. I hope you're enjoying it. You know, it's kind of, I'm sure it's different watching some of this stuff. I mean, because like when I got into WCW, I was into like the Dungeon of Doom and like the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan and stuff that nowadays like hasn't aged so great. Like it's really like goofy now, you know. But
that's the best stuff.
Yeah, I loved it. You know, I really did. So I hope you're enjoying watching WCW.
Yeah, like right now we're in 1996. So far, Sting has been my favorite part of WCW for the time we've been doing this. The NWO is just starting up, and before that started up, Hulk Hogan was one of the worst things of WCW. So hopefully, this is gonna be, you know, all new to me watching the NWO run. Like I didn't watch it as a kid.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I hope. Yeah, I think you're gonna really like the NWO stuff. Yeah, dude. Like, so I don't even. Now I'm like hung up on WCW because like I just want to talk to you about that, like because I was such a big fan. But I guess you went through. You said your birthday is like right around WrestleMania. Were you like one of those kids that always had like the WrestleMania themed like birthday every year? Like do you always get your friends together for like because we had friends like that growing up that like they'd have like a pay-per-view around their birthday every year and we would go try to watch it together like as like a group.
No, I just knew that I was always going to get my birthday gift, which was to watch WrestleMania. I was like,
oh, there you go.
Can we order WrestleMania? Bam, there you go. It's ordered. That was always the thing that I was guaranteed to get. So that was the fun parts.
Mine was Fall Brawl. We always had people over for Fall Brawl because it would fall around my birthday, and so I'd have a Fall Brawl birthday party with everything. Was that ever a lull for you in wrestling, Romeo? Because I feel like, I mean, this is the case with me. When we were all about the same age, like when we get into it in our younger years, and then in like the 2000s, mid 2000s, we just all take a break because we're getting older, we're going to college and stuff. Like, was there ever a lull for you that you just kind of got out of it for a little bit?
It might have been the time I was in Guam for 2 years in the Air Force. And because of the just a terrible time difference, it was just hard to catch things. And I didn't have, you know, DVR and all that. So, yeah. So from 2011 to 2013, probably, yeah. That stuff would be pretty vague to me.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that would definitely do it, having to go overseas. Do you want to talk about your experience overseas? I mean, I know we're here talking about wrestling, but SP3 would tell us about how he was a hotel manager before getting into all of this. So if you want, I'd love to hear about your experience being I think you said Air Force and being overseas and everything.
The Air Force was a lot of fun, mostly because I got stationed in two places everybody wants to be. I was in Guam and I was in Florida. I got treated very well. Most people don't get those assignments back to back. So I was lucked out and I'm thankful for that. I had a blast. I met some of the best friends that are friends for a lifetime. The camaraderie is absolutely the best parts of my military experience. I was a mechanic of sorts. I worked on ground equipment, all the stuff that the planes use when they're on the ground waiting to fly off. You know, generators, lights, air compressors, nitrogen carts, stuff like that. I had to work on that in the shop, and so I got semi-decent with my hands doing all that during my entire time.
And then you left all that to return to the glamorous world of professional wrestling media.
I'm back.
Do you have like outside ventures outside of wrestling, or is this a full-time thing for you?
Tru Heel Heat takes up most of my time. That is my passion now. I want to see it. I want to see this baby keep growing.
What's some of your like kind of short-term goals, I guess, or long-term goals with like everything that you're doing?
Well, we want to keep building that subscriber count, which we have a ton since we've started. We're up to 2,500 subscribers. Just like seeing that grow. You know, I've been able to deal with YouTube channels before, so I know the struggle. Back when I was making those videos from back in the day, you know, I got up to 40,000 subscribers. So I know it's possible. I know I can do it.
And that was at a time when like 40,000 subscribers is like having 400,000 subscribers now. Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to keep seeing it grow. The more people we get on this this journey, the better. You know, we got a Patreon too. We got people that support us like that. I want to keep seeing that grow. We got a Twitch channel now. We're going to start paying more attention to that. We're going to grow that. All kinds of goals.
I mean, being on Twitch, have you guys thought about, and now I'm learning that you are a gamer in another life. Have you thought about doing gaming on the Twitch channel now?
Oh, yeah. It's coming. It's coming. We just started recently. Chris G's got it. You know, I'm telling you guys this. They don't even know. They don't even know what I just told you guys. You guys just scooped them.
Jensen does his research. Jensen does his research on this stuff. He knows all about this stuff. He's always well prepared when it comes to no matter whether the guest is content creator or independent wrestler. He knows all this shit.
The crazy thing, Jeremy, is I do zero research. It's just like no. It's because I'm just a really big fan of these like worlds that we're talking about. Like I mean, legitimately, I spend my entire day watching Twitch while I'm working. Like for like the 8 hours I'm working my shoot job, I have Twitch on in the background the entire time. Like I'm very tuned into that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's research, though, Jensen. I'm trying to put you over, okay? That is research that that Romeo, yes, exactly. You know that Romeo used to work with this person in a past content creation life, and that now it's all tied together here and the small world stuff. So, look, I look forward to when you guys start doing some video game stuff. We'll have to clash and play some wrestling games, or I'm not good at Halo, and we're not playing any type of Halo game because I'll get embarrassed.
Well, hey, what's
betray you, shoot you in the back?
What's your favorite video game of all time, Romeo?
It has to be Halo 3. All the memories I had playing that game, my God, it can't. Yeah, nothing's topping that. But other stuff that aren't shooters, I'd say Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the best. I used to play a lot of RPGs. I love Final Fantasy 7. If I go way back, you know, I like games with a good story.
Yeah, I'm very much the same way. Yeah. What about wrestling? What are some of your favorite wrestling games?
Ooh. Oh man, I did see that review you did. What was it? Was it on
No Mercy? 64.
No Mercy is the worst.
No,
the worst game ever.
Boo. Yeah, what a
trolling so much with that review.
It's like
I just remember those kind of games. Like those were like the best. Like it was just so simple, easy to learn. It's like those were fun. I'm hoping this AEW game is really good. Fight Forever.
I have really high hopes. Yeah, really high hopes. And Cody's still in it, which I'm really happy about.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We're gonna be playing that so much.
Same. Yeah. I'll definitely hit me up when y'all are gaming that. Like I'm gonna. And I've been out of the loop on a lot of the wrestling games. I've tried to hold myself over with like Wrestling Empire and like Retromania and like those kind of things over the last like couple years, and I haven't gotten any of the new WWE games in a handful of years. And I'm really
the last one was really good. The new one,
the new one's good.
It is, I've heard it's good. But at this point, it's like I'm just kind of waiting for AEW. Like it's kind of AEW or bust for me right now. I play a lot of Fortnite, but that's a normie game. You know what I mean? Everyone plays Fortnite, like little kids, so they have some adults. But my brother plays it as well, so I play it a lot. It's a fun game to play online, and it has like the cross. I love how nowadays, I'm sure you appreciate this too. Nowadays, Romeo, like the cross-platform play now, how you can have like a Switch playing against an Xbox, playing against a PS.
What took PS5. So long?
I know it took forever,
so long for that.
Finally happening, so it's nice to see.
Like this big complicated concept. No, it's not. It's good to see that now. Yeah. Because back in the day, we were, Halo 3 was just on Xbox. I didn't play with any PlayStation guys. It was just an Xbox exclusive. And, it took a long time for me to embrace the PlayStation, get the PlayStation. I played Black Ops on there, and you couldn't mess, your guys on Xbox, you couldn't play with them.
Yeah, we used to have to do the LAN parties back in the day, where you'd
Yes.
have to, like, everyone bring
That's
your
a term I
Xboxes.
haven't heard in years.
Yes, yeah. Everyone would gather all their Xboxes together at like one person's house, so you can connect them all to play like Halo 1, Halo 2. I used to play at this place called the New Media Arena in Atlanta. I doubt it still exists, but I used to game StarCraft and stuff against Cody Rhodes in that place, because like he was a giant nerd, giant gamer. People don't like realize that about him, but like, I mean, I guess that's kind of known with like
they know he's a nerd,
Zelda and stuff. Like that.
They know Cody Rhodes is a giant nerd.
But yeah, he was like the biggest like Chad ever in high school, because he was like wrestling state champion, and all the girls, and all that stuff. But like he was like on the weekends he was gaming, LAN parties. You know what I mean? Which is kind of wild.
It sounds silly, but it was a fun time.
It was.
Back in the college days, yes. Just everybody get together, bring your Xbox over and play that. Now nobody has to leave their house to do anything. Hey, during the pandemic, it was great. Yeah. Loved it. Romeo, what's the coolest thing you have in your room?
Do you like Game of Thrones, either of you?
I've watched it. I can't say this is my hot controversial take. I can't say that I actually liked it, but I watched all of it.
I never watched it. I never got into it.
I won't use that.
No, if that's the coolest thing to you, by all means, go for it.
I just got a sword from Game of Thrones. I just got a sword.
Okay. Hey, swords are badass. We can see the sword.
No, don't waste your time with Game of Thrones, Jensen. Turn you off.
Oh, it's kind of disappearing a little bit. I can see the wolf. Yes. That's pretty cool, though. Oh yeah. Okay, we start to see the blade a little bit better.
Very cool. Nice.
Kind of like the Drew McIntyre type sword almost.
Have you ever cut somebody with that? Yeah. Have you ever cut somebody with that? No.
Thankfully not yet. But hey, I could show you something else. Hold on a second.
Okay. Cool.
He should cut Alex McCarthy with it. Just nick him. I don't want Alex McCarthy to like have any type of actual like limb damage or harm. But
this is my going away gift they gave me in Guam.
Oh, that looks sweet.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yes,
it's a crab.
I was about to say, so that's what it looked like. Yeah, it looked like a giant crab, and then I'm kind of caught up on this like starfish plate that's in the background here.
Yeah, is that like an emblem of some type?
It's a star, because there was a motto: Din Star, danger is no stranger to an age ranger. And age is what I did. Aerospace ground equipment. Very fancy with their slogans in the Air Force.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a really cool thing to have for sure.
That's very sweet.
And it came with a machete.
Have you cut anybody with the machete?
Thankfully, not yet. But I can dual wield. So I have a machete and a sword. I could dual wield, and nobody's going to mess with that.
Can you cut Alex McCarthy? I know SB3's like friends with him. I don't know how well you're friends with him. I don't think anybody should be friends with him. You don't have to like chop a limb off or anything, but just like nick him a little bit.
I'll tell you what, I've actually hung out with Alex McCarthy. We drank a couple cold ones.
Sorry.
We're good.
Oh, for me? Can you just like cut him for me?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Me and you, we still got a kind of person, man.
I know. I gotta find my way to New York at some point. Maybe I don't know if I can do Grand Slam this year. I'm getting married like a week later, so I don't know if that's like in the budget.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know if that's. I think we're doing All Out as well if it is in Chicago. So like I can't All Out Grand Slam marriage. That's gonna be a tough trifecta to pull off budget wise.
We got to celebrate your Colorado Avalanche. Good job beating the Tampa Lightning.
Congrats, yeah.
Yes, we do have to celebrate that because that's the second happiest day of my life this year. So yeah, we'll meet and we'll grab beers and I will sell you on just trying to cut Alex McCarthy. That's my whole purpose.
Right. I can be bought. I can be bought for the right
price. Jensen, any final questions?
No, man, appreciate you coming on again. And I'm looking forward to joining y'all on Tru Heel Heat, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. I'm sure y'all have a great show this Saturday, too. There's a lot going on this weekend in wrestling. Like for Friday, there's Impact. Saturday's UFC and Money in the Bank. Probably something on Sunday. Yeah. So I'm sure are you going to be doing watch-alongs for all that stuff? I'm assuming you're doing a lot of
watch-alongs. Oh, yeah. Money in the Bank, and I'm going to stay up and watch the rest of UFC.
Yeah, that UFC card is actually like good too.
Stacked.
Yes.
I don't always get into the UFC cards, but when the pay-per-views recently, the last pay-per-view was like one of the best I've seen in a while. The Glover Teixeira show. Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah.
Romeo, let everybody know where they can find you at.
You can follow me, Tru Heel Romeo, on Twitter and Instagram, and over on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, Tru Heel Heat Wrestling. Subscribe if you're not already. A plethora of shows there. I do Raw watch-alongs, NXT watch-alongs, Dynamite watch-alongs. Thursday and Friday, I try to chill and enjoy life. But then Saturday, Sunday, right back at it with pay-per-views and Tru Heel Heat.
There you go. We appreciate Romeo joining us today on the show. Go support him and the guys at Tru Heel Heat, the guys on the Tru Heel Network. And on Fightful Overbooked, every week they do the True Rewind, where they are watching Raw and Nitro from the same week, doing compare and contrast. And as Romeo just told us, and if you've watched the shows, Romeo, this is the first time he's catching a lot of this WCW stuff. So going in blind and learning some stuff about this. So go support Romeo, Tru Heel Romeo on Twitter. Go support Tru Heel Heat on YouTube. Romeo, thanks again. We'll be right back here on the